Hello and welcome to the What's Brewing podcast with Lauren and Chris at Brewery Arts. Stay tuned to discover all things cinema as we discuss the newest releases and what's showing on the big screen. During this episode, we chat about our brand new cozy cinema space, exclusive events, Easter holiday showings, and lots more. Stay tuned to find out what's brewing. We're now playing Oscar-winning film Anora this month. Anora won an incredible 5 Oscars this year, including Best Picture, so we're playing it on the big screen for you to see it for yourself. Chris, can you tell us about Anora, and do you think it was Oscar-worthy?
I do. I like Sean Baker's films. They are, I think they're Marmite, so you either really love them or you really hate them. So films like Tangerine, the Florida Project, Red Rocket, they're all very gritty. They're very grounded films. They're all very in your face with the camera, with the characters. They're very talky, very character led. They're not action films, or they're very character led. So you have to kind of get on board with the characters.
Yeah.
But he does write very strong characters. So yeah, it's not for everyone. It really isn't. The subject matter isn't for everyone's cup of tea. I think the performances are definitely Oscar or award worthy.
Yeah.
I was hoping that the best supporting actor, one of the characters, I was hoping that he would win it, but Kieran Culkin won out in the end for A Real Pain. But yeah, I think the lead actress, I think, deserved it. She really took you on a journey through a whole raft of emotions. So
that's a skill, isn't it, to be able to?
It is, and the character that she played, just the diverse kind of nature of what she does for a living, and the whole falling in love, and the way everything unravels. You need to see it to kind of to believe it. I don't want to give too much away because anything I kind of say is kind of going to be spoilery.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers here, folks. So Anora, I think it was definitely Oscar worthy.
Ah, brilliant. From Parasite director Bong Joon-ho, we're also showing Mickey 17 soon, which stars Robert Pattinson as an expendable, a deposable crew member on a space mission selected for dangerous tasks because he can be cloned if his body dies. Like, what a crazy concept.
What a bonkers concept. Absolutely. So yeah, if you are aware of Bong Joon-ho, so he made films like The Host and the Oscar winner Parasite. If you're aware of him, I mean, hopefully people are aware of the director. Kind of know what you're in for. Absolutely bonkers concepts, bonkers films, so well made.
That's what cinema's all about, though, isn't it? Like seeing something completely out of the box that you couldn't even imagine yourself.
It is. It's something new, something different, something challenging. It's not it's not an IP. It's not a Star Wars or a Marvel film. It's not based on a video game. It's quite a unique concept.
Yeah.
Bong Joon-ho, absolutely bonkers. Robert Pattinson, as you mentioned, plays Mickey. He is like it's set in a far distant future, and his character is like the lowest rung of the ladder of society, and so he decides to leave Earth and goes on a mission to become an expendable, and he goes and volunteers for like dangerous tasks. So going to a new planet, breathing in the atmosphere, and there's a virus, so it kills him. But then when he dies, they reprint his body.
Oh.
And so basically the concept of this story is when he goes on a mission, he doesn't quite die, but they reprint his body thinking that he is dead. And so
there's two.
So there's two, but because of the nature of the law around reprinting people, that you're not allowed to have copies. So they have to keep each other secret. And they're slightly different. One's a bit slower. One's a little bit more.
Oh, they've all got different personalities.
They got different personalities. So
cool.
So one's a bit slower, and the other one's quite like savvy and with it, what's going on. And then it's just about obviously them interacting with each other, interacting with everyone else, trying to keep things secret.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole other subtext within the film about high society and class systems. And Mark Ruffalo from Marvel, and Toni Collette from Muriel's Wedding, which is showing next month, play like not the emperor, but the like the leader of the mission. And he's set off. He's like almost Trumpian kind of character, I might say. And they've set off. They've all left Earth and gone to try and find and set up a better world for humanity, but it's under all their kind of crazy rules, crazy schemes. So Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho, Robert Pattinson, sci-fi, epic space adventure, action comedy.
That sounds worth a watch.
Yeah, definitely. Totally far out, man.
What do you reckon would be something you'd do if you could be brought back to life, like something dangerous, daredevilish? Would you do anything?
I live quite a daredevil life anyway. No, I don't know what I would do if I would probably
well, I'm like a huge scaredy cat.
What would you do?
Yeah, so I normally wouldn't do anything where heights are involved, but I think, people go on about that exhilarating feeling of just like jumping out of a helicopter. I think I'd probably do that. Because then you wouldn't have I think I'm more scared of death than actual heights.
Like skydiving?
Yeah, like skydiving or paragliding, anything where you're like something in the sky.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, I get vertigo, so I don't like climbing up ladders, but yeah, weirdly I would, as long as I was strapped to someone else, I would jump out of an aeroplane just to experience that thrill.
Yeah.
But the security of having someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it on my own.
Oh no. No,
too scary.
Too much. Yeah, that would be too much.
So we're also showing The Last Showgirl soon with Pamela Anderson, and she's the woman of the moment. She's everywhere at the minute.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a bit about that film?
Yeah, so Pamela Anderson plays a character called Shelley, and Shelley's been a burlesque dancer on a Las Vegas Strip burlesque show for around about 30 years. But the show's coming to an end. There's new owners of the club, and they're not on board with the show. So it's kind of her coming to terms with the show ending after so long, and it being such an integral part of her life. All the other girls that work with her, and kind of also sort of the story is her trying to reconnect with her sort of estranged daughter, and
lovely.
How it's kind of like the daughter's resentment against Shelley for choosing the show and her career over the daughter. So yeah, it's very small, very very close, very very low budget, great performances. Dave Bautista,
I love him.
He plays like the club, like the DJ, not the owner, but the guy who runs the show. They have kind of like a relationship. They had a former relationship.
Pamela Anderson and Dave Bautista.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. But the best thing about the film is Jamie Lee Curtis, and she was Oscar nominated. I think she might have. Did she win? But she, Jamie Lee Curtis plays like not a dancer, although she does dance in the film. But she's like a not a maitre d'. Don't know what the female equivalent of a maitre d'. But she works on the gambling floor, doing the slots and the cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, very very small budget, kind of elements of The Wrestler, the Mickey Rourke film. Yeah, it just kind of had that sort of like you could pair these two together almost.
Yeah. So if you like that film, you'll probably like The Last Showgirl.
Yeah, definitely.
And we've got a couple of other films coming up, some new ones. Do you want to talk us through those? Yeah,
absolutely. So first up is The Monkey. This is a new horror film from Osgood Perkins. So Osgood Perkins is the son of Anthony Perkins, who was the original star of Psycho.
Oh, yeah.
So Osgood Perkins, he directed Longlegs, the horror
Oh,
film
gosh.
last year.
That's
So
horrifying.
yeah, so if you saw Longlegs, great horror film.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to come along and see The Monkey, you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
This is based on a Stephen King short story.
Oh, it's going to be horrifying.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's dripping with the screen just drips with blood.
Ooh.
So yeah, so we've got The Monkey. They're just playing for a week at the end of this month. We're also showing the Oscar-winning and BAFTA-nominated film No Other Land. So this is a heartbreaking documentary which shows the destruction of a West Bank community by Israeli soldiers, and the alliance that forms between one of the residents and a journalist who's covering the story. And the resident's Palestinian and the journalist is Israeli, and how they kind of work together to try and overcome the injustice of the destruction of these villages, this hamlet.
Yeah.
Very moving, very obviously politically in the moment, zeitgeist.
Definitely.
And it just real, you really feel the anger and the frustration of these people being persecuted.
Yeah.
For just literally no reason.
Yeah.
So it's heartbreaking.
Oh.
So yeah, No Other Land is coming up as well. Also this week we are showing a film called Bring Them Down.
Yes, starring Barry Keoghan and Christopher Abbott.
It is, yes. So this is a gritty, intense drama. It's about two warring farming families. They have past history together. There was an accident way back when, and it's about sheep rustling. Originally, it was written to be set in the Lake District. So I'm not going to talk too much about that, because on the 20th of March, we're looking forward to welcoming to the Brewery Arts one of the story co-writers, Jonathan Hourigan.
Oh, amazing.
So if you want to find out why it subsequently wasn't shot in the Lake District, it was eventually shot in Ireland, come along and find out the ins and outs from Jonathan himself. As I mentioned, that's Thursday the 20th of March.
Yes, and he's doing a live Q&A following the screening, and our very own CEO Miriam Randall will be hosting that.
Absolutely, yes.
It's not to be missed, that one.
Absolutely not, no. Please do come along.
And we've got a few other new films coming up very soon.
Yeah, I'll touch on these very briefly. First up is a French comedy called Oh My Goodness, or Juste Ciel.
Such a good title.
Great title,
Oh my
yeah. The
goodness.
French title is Juste Ciel, and it's about 5 nuns who set about wanting to win the cash prize in a cycling race to raise money to renovate their dilapidated hospice. The joke being that none of them know how to ride a bike. So,
That sounds so fun.
So yeah, can't beat a good French comedy. Not a comedy is the new action film from Woody Harrelson, starring Woody Harrelson. This is Last Breath. It's about a deep sea rescue in the North Sea. It's actually based on a true story, and this feature film is based on a documentary which I watched recently. Gripping, absolutely incredible story.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So yeah, I would recommend come and see Last Breath.
How do things like that actually happen in real life? And yeah, incredible.
But yeah, absolutely edge of your seat stuff. Last Breath. And we also have an espionage thriller from Steven Soderbergh. That's Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett. It's a bit like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but
classic.
set in the UK. So yeah, it's a spy thriller with the Fass. Yeah,
And that's a great cast as well. Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan as well. Gets even better. So we've also got some fantastic stage on screen coming your way, including Romeo and Juliet from the Royal Ballet and Fidelio from the Met Opera. And there's also going to be some musicians and concerts. Do you want to tell us about that?
We do. I'm not going to dwell too long on it because we've got so much stage on screen event cinema to come over the next few weeks. We've got, first up, Hans Zimmer, movie soundtracks, among other things, the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
So if you're into movie soundtracks, it's Hans Zimmer, Diamond in the Desert, full orchestra.
That's pretty epic, isn't it?
It's pretty epic. Slightly different note, we've got A Night with Janis Joplin, This is a stage musical with songs by Janis Joplin. We also have Billy Elliot, the musical, and then Six, the musical. So this is the Henry VIII's wives. So
Yes, that one is super popular.
It's very popular, very
Yeah.
popular. I've added additional encore shows just to make sure that nobody misses out. So
Yes, that sounds brilliant.
we also have National Theatre Live, Doctor Strangelove. So
Mm.
this is Steve Coogan taking on multiple roles, a la Peter Sellers in the Stanley Kubrick film. So How to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, I think it's the original title. So yeah, National Theatre Live, Doctor Strangelove, coming up in April.
Very exciting. And the Easter holidays are coming up in April. So we've got some great films to keep you and the family entertained. So what have we got coming up?
Yeah, we've got a very diverse mix of films for Easter.
That's what we like.
That's what we like. Yeah, family audiences are really strong at Brewery Art, so it's great to be able to cater for young and old. First up is Disney's Snow White. So there's a live-action remake of the original cartoon. This is Rachel Ziegler. You may see her from West Side Story in the title role, and Gal Gadot plays the evil queen. Gal Gadot, obviously Wonder Woman. So it's a lavish production. It's all some old songs, but some new songs. The new songs are from the songwriters behind The Greatest Showman.
Oh, brilliant.
So all of those songs from that film are absolute classics. So
I think I know the words to all the songs in this film.
Well, hopefully there's some more memorable songs in this new version of Snow White.
Hopefully get them added to a playlist.
Yeah, definitely. And Disney Snow White, directed by Mark Webb, who made the Amazing Spider-Man films and 500 Days of Summer. So he's very adept at filmmaking. Also coming up in the Easter holidays is a new A Minecraft movie, so based on the video game. Jack Black, Jason Momoa, based on the video game phenomenon, as I said.
Love a bit of Minecraft.
Yeah, I've booked this, and the distributors have said, it's great. It's all fun for all the family, but it does skew to slightly older audience, so late teenagers. There's quite a lot of adult humour apparently. So it's.
Well, I mean, Jack Black's in there, so
yeah, you know what you're gonna get with Jack Black, and so that looks very, very square.
I did see a picture of a square pig.
Yeah, a square pink square sheep. One there with cross-eyed pink square sheep. How strange, but so you know what you're gonna get if you come to see a Minecraft movie. We also have a beautiful animation. This is Flow. A few years ago, a film called Away was released just post-pandemic. Dialogue-free film. Flow won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, and it's the adventures of a stray cat.
Yeah.
But it's stunning. The animation's very different, very unique. I think the closest sort of animation style that we've seen recently was The Wild Robot.
Oh, that's a beautiful film.
It's a beautiful film. So Flow coming up in the Easter holidays, and we will also be showing Away as a re-release. And also in the Easter holidays, we've got a film called The Stimming Pool. So The Stimming Pool is a unique film exploring a world shaped by neurodiverse perspectives, and it was created by neurodiverse filmmakers.
It's really great to see that this is included in our programme.
We've been able to expand our accessible screenings programme, so more subtitle screenings, more parent and baby screenings.
Brilliant.
And more regular relaxed screenings. So our relaxed screenings for a neurodivergent audience. The lights are left on a touch, so you can get up and move around if you want to and feel like you're not disturbing anyone else. And obviously the volume is played at a lower level, so there's not that kind of mix of quiet and then loud bangs and crashes, etc. We try and play a real diverse mix of films in the relaxed screenings, but we will be playing all of our screenings of The Stimming Pool as relaxed screenings. We do have a preview on the 27th of March, and then the film is released from I think the 11th of April, so in Easter holidays. So keep an eye on listings for updates. And as I mentioned, Screen 3.
Yeah, the brilliant Screen 3, our brand new screen.
Yeah, we spent quite a few years trying to find the funds to make this happen, and eventually we've now managed to pull it off. So we retrofitted a venue just underneath the cinema, around the back. It's a small space, it's 15 seats, but we're now able to show the latest releases. World cinema, it's a mix of family films and foreign language films. Everything that's in our programme is played in there. It's not just a specific venue. All fully accessible venue, all the facilities, great sound, great picture, comfy sofas, little poser tables, and you have to come and see it. Come and check it out.
Yeah, can confirm it's a very cosy space to watch film. Came and watched the film at the weekend, and it was a lovely experience.
Great. What did you see?
The Captain America film.
Captain America. I'm still showing Captain America. Yeah, brilliant.
It was nice just to be able to put your feet up and sit back in the sofas.
Yeah.
Some popcorn.
Can put your feet. We've got little footstools in there, haven't we?
Yeah,
So,
they're very nice.
Good.
And if you want to find Screen 3 showings, simply look up the film you want to see on our website, and it should be listed on the webpage for you to book with ease. And we've had some great feedback about how people have really loved seeing films in that space as well. So
it's very
come and check it out.
It's very cozy, very cozy.
So as we mentioned in our previous podcast, we've got a cinema rewind series. So what have we got coming up? We've got some very exciting anniversaries.
We do. Just coming up next week, we've got the re-release of Chocolat with Johnny Depp. I think we mentioned that in the previous podcast. But coming up in April, we've got Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's the 25th anniversary.
Classic.
We've got Muriel's Wedding, as I mentioned earlier. That's the 30th anniversary. We got the 20th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
That's exciting.
It is very exciting. I remember playing it here when it was released. But the biggest, the most exciting film that we're looking forward to is the 30th anniversary of Babe. 30
I'm
years.
so excited. I love
years.
Babe.
So just on that note, we'll end that cinema rewind section with That'll Do, Pig.
That'll do, pig. Oh, who doesn't love Babe?
Babe's awesome.
So to wrap up this episode, we're going to get stuck into our audience question of the week. Now, I've had a bit of time to think about this. I mentioned it earlier to Chris before this episode. So if someone had to play you in a film, who would you want to do so? I think mine would be Jodie Comer, because she's effortless.
I can see
and
that.
Like funny.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Can you?
Yeah, I can actually. Yeah,
What a compliment.
I can see that. Yeah, no, that would be great. I think that'd be great if Ewan McGregor could play me.
You know what? Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
that would be a good match, I think.
if he could pull off my Kendall accent,
Yeah.
though, yeah.
Yeah, that might be might be hard to do.
It would be hard. Kendall accent's a very unique accent.
Yeah, it is actually.
So yeah, Jodie Comer and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, so basically, for people trying to visualise what we look like Jodie Comer and Ewan McGregor.
We wish.
We wish.
Brilliant.
Cool. So if you'd like us to answer your question in the next podcast, email us at cinema@breweryarts.co.uk and we'll do our best to get around to your question.
Great. Thanks for listening to the What's Brewing podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show and we can't wait to see you soon at the Brewery Arts Cinema. Keep an eye on our socials and visit our website to stay up to date with the latest film releases, listings and information, and visit breweryarts.co.uk.
See you soon.